Here comes Chelsea Clinton. Maybe. What, you think the Clintons weren't going to go away? We could only be so lucky. Now, what I'm talking about is there has been recently some rumors and reports going around that Chelsea Clinton might possibly run for office. Possibly for Senator Kirsten Gillibrand's seat. Now, according to The Hill, Clinton has only stoked these rumors further, particularly on Twitter, where she's repeatedly gone after President Trump and his associates since Inauguration Day. Now, on Sunday, she also took the opportunity to rail against Representative Steve King for talking about you can't rebuild your country on immigrants on immigrant babies. Well, look, a lot of people went after that, and maybe that's not exactly proof of her running, but some Clinton aides are thinking it might be. Now, she said, clearly the congressman does not view all our children as well, all our children. Particularly ironic and painful on Purim, she wrote on Twitter in reference to the Jewish holiday. So, again, this is standard, I think, for a politician to write things on Twitter, but she's gotten a lot more active in attacking Trump, and that, of course, has some people worried. In fact, that has some in Clinton world, not my view, not my words, thinking that she's serious about a run for office, maybe not immediately, but at some point in the future, sort of laying the groundwork, if you will. Now, one former aide to Hillary Clinton said, quote, she's never denied that she's had an interest in running for office. And that leads me to one day believe that she will. And she'd probably be successful. No, just no. No, let's not do this. All right, let's not run another Clinton. Disaster. That's what that would be. Now, here's the thing, right? As far as we know, politically, she seems to be still, be a lot like her mother. As far as we know. Part of the establishment, right? Married to corporate interests, and these are the very reasons that Hillary Clinton lost. That's why I don't want to run her. I don't want anybody to run her. It's not like I despise Chelsea Clinton, although I am kind of mad at her for lying about Bernie Sanders' health plan during the primary, saying that, no, it'll kick all you people off your insurance. No, it won't. Medicare for all just means expanding Medicare for all. But aside from that, I don't really have any reason to despise Chelsea Clinton. I just don't want the Democratic Party to continue to fucking lose by embracing Clintonism and neoliberalism. And that's the problem. But anyway, you have longtime aides, donors, and supporters of Clinton that are also saying some of the, not quite the same things, but maybe you shouldn't run. Quote, even if it's a year or 2 or 3 from now, I still don't think the timing would be right, said one former aide who worked on Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign and has spoken to the Clinton since. Quote, I know that's not fair to her, but nothing feels right about it. It feels too forced. Well, then by all means, don't force it. Please take your time, or just, don't run at all. In fact, if you didn't run at all, if no Clinton ran again, that would be tremendous. That would be fantastic. I would take that. Now, you also have Democratic strategist Jamal Simmons saying that while the Clintons were always thinking about campaigns and elections, he said that the Democratic Party needed to spend time looking for new leaders and investing in them. Well, I have a few ideas on that. Why don't we look at progressives? Why don't we talk about, hey, let's go and nominate progressives and put them forward instead of people that are part of the establishment. But of course, Jamal Simmons, I'm assuming, means let's put a new face, a new veneer, a new name on the same corporate policies. But he says finally, it's time to look forward. Well, I would hope that we would go forward away from the Clintons, okay? And actually, furthermore, forward away from what they represent. See, it's not just about the Clintons. It's not about the family themselves. What it is that it's about their politics. You see, Bill Clinton started the Democratic Party down the path of corporatism. With deregulation, they deregulated the telecom industry, they deregulated the banks, they reformed welfare, which is devastated the African American community, and of course they turned the party from a leftward direction to a more centrist, corporatist direction. And of course that has led to the slow destruction of the Democratic Party all over America. The Democratic Party is at its weakest point that it's ever been. They've been crushed at every level of government. There are very few places now, very few states and governorships that belong to Democrats. It is all under Republican control, and it's all because, I think, in large part, focus in the party to serve corporate interests. They don't talk to regular people anymore. They don't talk to working class people anymore. What they do is that they continue to bow down to corporate interests and really focus more on some of the bigger elections, presidential and congressional races. They have forgotten that old politics is local and that it starts at the bottom. I mean, you look at the success of the Republican Party. You look at their legislative success, I should say, in winning seats, not in governing, because they don't want to govern. They're a party of nihilists. But they're really good at getting elected. It's because they start local. They get invested in local races. And yes, they do get big money from the Koch brothers, who shovel piles and piles of money into these local races. They drown everybody out. While, of course, the Democrats don't put any money towards these local races because they don't care. They opt to go for some of the bigger races and shovel all their money towards them. There's a lot of problems in the Democratic Party. Okay? And they've had a lot of losses. And what you have to do is you have to change that, right? But see, the thing is here, you've got to get rid of Clintonism. And unfortunately, the donors, well, they got to get something back. So they invested so much into the Clinton family that they want something in return. They want a continuation of the same status quo neoliberal corporate Clinton policies that have, that they've ran on since Bill Clinton, since the 90s. They want somebody to get back into office. Now, look, Hillary Clinton, I think it's pretty obvious she's never going to run for president again. I hope not, anyway. However, there's some rumors that she might run for governor of New York. Oh, please, no. God, no. Stop, Hillary. Just stop. Just stop. Stop running for things and go away. Stop. Okay? But see, these donors continuously want to push Clintons into the politics because they know that the Clintons will have their best interests in mind. More neoliberalism, more corporatism, more giveaway to the banks and the large corporations. Look, Clintonism, it's got to go. It has to end. No more Clintons in office. I don't care. It's over. It has to be over. And the Democratic Party, by the way, and the Clintons need to realize that the party's over. That Clintonism is done. The people don't want it. They have rejected that. If the election of Trump could lead to one positive outcome, it would end up being the death of Clintonism in our politics. Because this last election was a rebuke of this. And yet the Democrats and the Clintons, they keep wanting to hold on to this legacy. Let it go. Let it go. I hope these rumors are just that, right? And if they're not, I hope these both. If Hillary Clinton decides to run for governor of New York, or Chelsea Clinton runs for Kirsten Gillibrand's seat, or any of that, I hope they get crushed, soundly defeated, so that the Clintons finally get the hint and just go the fuck away. We don't need Clintons anymore. We don't need their failed policies. We need a new direction for the party. We need progressives in office. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.